episode 151.
Are you ready to take your eBay business to the next level? Then hold on, because Ron and Ali are going to take you into the fast lane with the latest tips and insights from some of the biggest and most successful sellers here on the So You Want to Sell on eBay podcast.
Welcome once again to another episode of So You Want to Sell on eBay. I'm Ron LeBeau.
And I'm Ali Young.
Hey, everyone. We finally have with us Liz O'Kane, and I say that because it's been several attempts here, technical difficulties and things like that. Liz, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and I think we should ask Ali in Thailand. How are you doing in Thailand there, Ali?
Loving it. The sun is out. The birds are chirping.
Okay, enough of that. Ali. All right, so Liz has been selling on eBay since 2002. She sold part-time on and off until she retired from the Air Force at the end of 2016. She's been selling full-time and growing her eBay store ever since.
Ooh, wow. Air Force. So, what are we assuming here? Are you like crawling in the dirt? Are you, I mean, what are you? What were you in the Army Force?
So I call myself a jack of all trades.
Nice.
Okay.
We call that a DIY girl.
Couple different things that I did. Ended on a high note as a general's aide, assisting now.
That's pretty cool. So you got out of the Air Force, and then what? You started looking for jobs or something, or how did you get into eBay?
I sure did. So I'd always sold on eBay, part-time, on and off, great supplement. About 2 years before I retired, I kind of ramped up my game, and I was selling pretty well. Told myself, well, I'm sitting here applying for all these jobs, and I'm looking at the job market, and I'm like, pretty sure I can make that full-time on eBay.
Wow, nice. So you just like, let's go for this. No matter what, I'm just going to give this a try and go for it.
You know what? Jobs will always be there.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's a true, very true statement.
That's a good way of looking at it, too, because, why not give this a try and see what happens?
I did. So my last year, I ramped it up just to kind of get a head start, and I worked my butt off and was able to do it.
Nice.
So how quickly was it in that year that you realized, you know what, I'm definitely going to be able to do this?
It was very fast.
Yeah, very fast.
It was.
All right,
yeah,
so
I was hitting my full-time numbers.
Oh my goodness, man, that's awesome. So obviously you'd been selling on eBay before that, so you kind of had the experience. But talk to the person who's thinking about starting an eBay business and struggling with, like you said, they're struggling with a corporate job, or they're struggling with, man, I just cannot stand what I'm doing. How would you encourage them to go ahead and do this?
First, I would say to them, you've got to either be all in or start looking for that job. If you're on the verge of leaving, if you say, I'm going to do this, get ready. Yep. Ramp yourself up. Yep. You're going to be working basically 2 full-time jobs is what I did to prove to myself that I could do it. So I would come home at night. I was shipping on my way in the morning, listing on the weekends. Thank goodness my family supports me. I've got a son in college. I've got a teenage boy. Like, my kids don't even know I exist, right?
Yeah.
My husband's a huge supporter. If he's like, hey, you're busy, let me take your package to the post office for you so you can keep going.
Nice.
Other than that, that's all he does.
I felt that dig there. That's all he does. I do everything else except for that.
Right. No, and because he's very good with that. I'm kind of I need to know where everything's at.
Cool.
Okay.
And he would help if I would give up a little bit of control, but we haven't found a need to do it yet.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
No, I would say to you, definitely, and see if you can start hitting these numbers. Set a goal. Like, I know I'm working full time. Let's see where I'm at in 4 months.
Okay.
In 4 months, where do I want to be? What is it going to take for me to get there?
Amazing.
Yep.
So what am I going to have to do? What do I think I have to do this first month? Is it 50 listings? Is it 150 listings? Is it 500 listings?
Yep.
It really just depends on what you sell and what the return of investment is. I had that down pretty good. I followed eBay very close, even as a part-time seller.
Okay.
So I treated it like a full-time job, like I said, the last year. So I would say, do that 4-month outlook and be like, okay, if I can do it in 4 months, I'm going to be done with my job.
Wow.
Wow. Still on it.
That is pretty powerful.
I would never recommend anybody just say, you know what, this kind of stinks and I'm leaving, and I think I'm going to start on eBay.
So have something set up. Get the. I like what you're talking about. You're talking about goals. You're talking about plans. Get it all set up first. And I also like what you said about the money. How much do I want to make per money, and go for it? And if you can do it consecutively in 4 months, then why not? I mean, I imagine you're having fun. I'm looking at some of your stuff, and it looks like you're having fun.
I am. I love what I do.
So, yeah, and you know what? A lot of people in the corporate world, and you know, a lot of people doing other things cannot say that, and it's just really awesome. We interview a lot of people. You are interview number 151, by the way, and we interview a lot of people, and you know, it's a common theme. They love what they do, and it's just really kind of cool. So, you know, we would encourage anybody who's thinking about starting an eBay business to just start selling some things around the house and see how it goes for you.
Absolutely.
It's time for a quick break, but the guys will be right back here on the So You Want to Sell on eBay podcast.
Join us for eCom Chicago, our 5th annual 3-day conference on October 18th through the 20th, specializing in e-commerce and business growth. Listen and learn from accomplished speakers in the e-commerce world, including eBay, Etsy, Merch by Amazon, Walmart, Jet, as well as many others. This will be an opportunity you don't want to miss. Network, share tips and tricks, challenges, and successes, and learn from expert speakers and sponsors, as well as the numerous attendees from across the U.S. Be sure to check out the special pre-show vendor day on October 18th live, where vendors will be focused on demos on products and services. Find all the info at ecomchicago.com. Use coupon code podcast to receive $20 off your registration. Visit ecomchicago.com. Sponsorship opportunities available. A repetitive question among eBay sellers is, how can I sell more? Another one is, what solutions should I use to grow my business? Today, we have an answer to both. 3D Sellers. It is a first-of-a-kind platform that combines all vital solutions for eBay sellers under one dashboard. 3D Sellers has powerful tools for you to increase sales. 3D Sellers will boost your feedback score with a smart feedback reminder. 3D Sellers will give your listings a professional look and bring repeat business with professional cross-selling emails, and it is easy to use. There are other tools too. 3D Seller combines all the tools you need. Just visit 3dsellers.com and start a free plan now. It is already trusted by over 200,000 eBay sellers. And now only So You Want to Sell on eBay listeners get a 20% discount for a pro plan. Just use the code podcast. Visit 3dsellers.com now and get ready to sell more.
Check us out online or on social media. Facebook.com/So You Want to Sell on eBay and Twitter at Your eBay Podcast.
I've got my eye on the Monster High Laguna outfit. I mean, that's looking pretty cool. And also you've got a Doctor Who outfit. I mean, you're not mucking around here. So without declaring where you're buying, are you a thrifter? I mean, what sort of person are you?
Yeah, so I'm kind of a mix. I joke that my store is going through an identity crisis right now. My store name is Colorado Reworn.
Yep.
I wanted to base it off of where I live, Colorado, and I was doing a lot of upcycling through the thrift stores, recycled clothing, whatnot. That's where I landed. That's what I know. That's what I kind of enjoy, as sick as it sounds, because a lot of people hate clothes.
Yep.
But I've kind of gotten into the retail arbitrage the last 6-ish months, and I'm kind of enjoying that. So I think my store's split about half and half now.
Wow. Right. And are you leaning more toward the arbitrage, or are you still enjoy the thrifting enough to make that a part of your business still?
So I enjoy both.
Okay.
I really do, and I don't think that I would give one or the other up, because I do well with both.
And you don't have to. That's one of the cool things about selling on eBay. You do not have to lock yourself in a corner and say, I'm only thrifting or I'm only RA. You know, you don't have to do that.
Yes.
So I like asking good questions, you know, because thrifters and stuff like that, we've had different people answer it. It's you walk into one of these thrift stores, billions and billions of jackets and everything. It's like, it's massive place. You know, there's smog in the air. I mean, how do you filter your way through all of that madness?
You know, I wish I had a great system, but it's really what I need to sell that day.
Yep.
Is where I head straight to. If my inventory is running low on dresses, I head straight for the dresses.
Okay.
If it's, skirts, if it's coming up on, if it's, if I'm getting ready for spring and summer, straight for the skirts, straight for the sleeves of the tops. I will sell year round though, because I do sell international.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't, there's certain things that I'll hold back. I'm not going to list snow boots in May. They'll probably sell.
Yeah.
But my experience is they do a little bit better come October, November. But
is there anything you wouldn't sell? Is there something that you wouldn't sell? I mean, we've had people with one-eyed pugs.
There's not. I can think of one thing. And it's so weird.
Yes, I love it. Come on, feed it to us.
I was selling baby clothes when I lived in Seattle. And I was going through the racks and I lifted up a little kid's onesie that had a marijuana leaf on it.
Oh, my
99
goodness.
cents. I bought it.
I bet you
just to get it off the shelf so nobody else.
There you go.
I bet someone bought it off you.
To each their own, but I was like, I'm not selling that.
Right. Yeah, that's a little weird if you ask me. No one
That's
did.
The only thing in 16 years I said I wasn't going to sell.
Nice.
Yeah, well, that's pretty interesting. I mean, I think I would have done the same thing, to be honest with you, just to get it off the shelf.
Yes.
So you talking a lot. I hear you talk a lot about management and goals and stuff like that. So how do you manage your inventory? That was something you brought up. So you've got. I mean, you're selling a lot. I imagine you've got. How many items you got in your inventory? You got a lot.
I do. I currently have just over 1,000 listed, and I probably have 400-ish not listed.
Wow. So how do you know? Wow. How do you manage that? How do you, from buying it? Do you have a process from buying it, putting it in a bin, listing it, ironing it, picturing it? I mean, what's the process with managing all that sort of stuff?
I do. So I eBay out of my basement. Fortunate enough, I have a larger finished bedroom in the basement, which is my office. I keep most of the listed inventory in here. I also have a guest bedroom that I keep that closet full of inventory. And then I have an unfinished storage room in the basement that I keep unlisted inventory. I use all clear bins so I can see right into them. And I will, if I come home, I went on a shopping trip to Phoenix. Nice. I drove my little Prius to Phoenix when I had it. I filled it up to the brim in a day and drove back.
Wow.
I wanted to have a little bit of fun. There were some stores that I wanted to visit for both thrifting and retail arbitrage. So I went, I filled it up. I came home. I threw everything in our front living room with a bunch of bins, and I sorted it.
So what would you sort it by? You'd sort it by color, by size? What are you sorting it by?
I sort most of the stuff by season.
Oh, okay.
Wow, okay.
So I'll have, right now I have 2 bins of snow boots. I have a bin of kids' coats, winter coats.
Yep.
Used stuff I'll normally do by men's shirts, women's shirts, skirts, whatnot. So I can just pull a bin out. When I take pictures, I save time by doing all the same item.
Right, okay. So do it all in one hit. All items that is in the winter collection part one time.
Right. All skirts, we'll do them together. Makes it easy to picture, easy to list. All shirts, easy to picture, easy to list.
Okay.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And, one of the cool things that Ali and I learn every single time we interview is that everybody has their own set of processes. Yeah. So it's really cool. I mean, selling on eBay is really an interesting business because everybody can do it differently and still, be profitable in doing it. So whatever works for you, works for you. And it's just really kind of cool to hear all the different, sets of processes that people have in place. Most of them do like what you're saying. They'll learn early on. You're taking a pair of shoes and you're taking a picture of it. You're listing it. You're doing all these things, and then all of a sudden you realize, you know what? If I take a picture of all 10 pairs of shoes and then list all 10 pairs of shoes, it's more it's quicker to get that done that way.
Absolutely. And as I've grown over the years, when I was a part-time seller, I was a 2-tote seller. 1 unlisted, 1 listed.
Okay.
Really?
2-tote seller.
2-tote seller. I like that.
And then I grew and I was like, now I need 4 totes. Well, now I got to stack them different.
Now I got 100. I got thousands of totes.
I've learned from other sellers. I haven't, none of this is original thought. None of this, you take what you need from other sellers' experience. I've learned from brand new sellers. They're like, oh, why don't you do it this way? And I'm like, that's genius.
Yep.
That's genius.
So how do you label your clear totes so that you know when you sell this pair of shoes, this Eileen Fisher size 8.5 Marlowe black suede Mary Jane slip-on wedge shoes? How do you find it?
So I don't have it marked. I'm not to the point.
Where is it?
Yet.
Where is it, Liz? Where is that item located in the house
It
right
is
now?
right here. Do you want me to pull it out?
No. I believe you. I believe you.
I believe you. I guarantee you can find it in 13 seconds.
I can. Now, as I grow, clearly I'm going to need a better inventory management system.
Okay.
For now, I'm at a point to where I know where it's at. I do have a filing system. I have all my shirts hanging by brand.
Okay.
So I know if it's an Eileen Fisher sweater, I'm going straight to the E's.
Yeah.
We're just going to make it easy. All my shoes are in totes underneath the shirts that I currently listed, and they're by style.
That's cool. I mean, it works.
Awesome.
It works for you, you know. So let's talk descriptions. How do you? What's your process with that? So you found these snow boots that you talked about. I mean, what do you write up about that? Do you look at it? It's brown. It's fluffy. It's for snow. I mean, how do you know what to write?
Yeah.
I am a seller that likes clean, simple listings.
Okay.
Facts. Most of the time for the new stuff, I research everything I sell. So like, I don't know, snow boots. I have some North Face snow boots listed. They're boys. A lot of them will have the number in them. I'll look them up.
Yep.
You'll find the manufacturer. Oh, these are the boys. Shalista, Faux Shirling.
Yep.
I'm not going to make it difficult.
Yep.
I'm going to tell the buyer exactly what they're getting. Yeah, if they have a tag on it, it'll say waterproof. It'll say insulated. It'll say that's what you're going to get. I take a lot of pictures. You hear it from every seller that's on your show. You know, take the pictures like there's no listing or like there's no description and describe like there's no pictures.
That's what you're buying. You're buying the picture in something. I mean, you're not buying the description. You're buying. I want to see it. That's what people like to see these days. They want to see it.
Right.
And what about like marks or dirt or stuff like that? You make all that clear. It's got a little hole in the bottom of the boot.
Absolutely. And this comes from old eBay groups, whatnot. I try and limit the flawed items that I sell, but some things will still sell flawed.
Wow.
It's an old eBay saying, don't fear the flaw.
Oh, is that quite? That's like a little rap. Don't fear the flaw.
Don't fear the flaw, but don't be afraid to show the picture of the flaw too, because it will come back to haunt you.
Ron, you're spoiling the rap.
Right.
You're spoiling the rap. That's great. No, but it is important because, like Ron said, that is a common thing. You know, if you're clear and you make it that there's a mistake with this item, people accept it a lot more than getting something that's broken and then say, "Look, you never told me about this."
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I do limit the items that I sell with flaws, but if it is a flaw and if it is an item that is selling and can be repaired, I'll put it right there in the title.
Yep.
Flawed. Mark on the right sole, permanent marker. I was not able to get it off.
Yep. Yeah.
Here's
exactly.
5 pictures of it.
You can't go wrong there. I mean, seriously, you know, I mean, obviously feedback is a big deal. You know, and you know, how do you handle negative feedback?
You know, I've had very few of them. I do have one right now. It is what it is.
Yep.
Right.
I just provide great customer service. I found over the years that my customers are great. There's very few, you know, instances of I'm just going to leave you dirty feedback and we're going to be done with it. You know, people say, "Hey, I had this problem. Hey, I'm sorry. How can I take care of it for you? What can we do?
There you go.
What can I do to make this right?" Or if it's a negative, I think I have one, you know, I emailed them. I'm like, "Hey, I'm really sorry you feel that way. Is there anything?" Never responded. Okay. Well, I can't do anything about it.
That's true. And just move on, press on. You did what you could and move on. Yeah, exactly. Do what you can, but then move on.
Absolutely.
Would you say a lot of your customers are repeat? Would you say that they, you know, come back often, or you got a lot of new people?
I've noticed lately, and I don't know if it is actually more new customers or if I'm just noticing that I have more new customers. I don't know if it's because I'm growing and I've just started on social media within the last 6 months to the year, or if eBay is bringing on new customers. I do have some repeat customers in certain categories. I was selling heavily a certain brand of home goods, and I would have repeat customers. I had a lady that was remodeling her Airbnb.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Let's
Cool.
run into this color. Tell me before you list it, or list it and send me the link because I'm looking for this.
Hey, that's awesome.
Awesome, man.
That's what you want.
Can't go wrong there. That's what good
I've actually
customer
sold
service.
stuff in the parking lot.
Oh, yes. We've had a few of those.
I just listed it. I found it.
Yeah,
And they're
exactly.
like, put it in part or put it in reverse, and
That's
it's
it.
gone.
Yeah. We've had a few of those over the years. So what about shipping then? Let's talk about that. So some items I see you're doing free, some of you doing paid. What's the philosophy behind all that?
There's a mixed philosophy.
Nice. That's how it is.
A lot of it's what is the competition doing?
Okay.
Or what is the norm for this item? If every single sold item had free shipping and my cost can absorb that, that's kind of the norm for that item. For the most part, I do charge shipping. I know that eBay's going to the, let's do free shipping. Let's do all of that. I'm not to that point yet.
Yep.
Okay.
That's
And
cool.
I'm doing okay.
And
we can tell.
That's the thing. You can do whatever you want to do.
Oh, absolutely. That's the great part about eBay. They have so many different options for sellers.
Right.
Charge for shipping, not charge for shipping. Do you want to take returns, not take returns? Do you can be a small seller. You can be a large seller.
Ron and Ali will be right back after this short break.
So, you have an idea, a big idea, and you're ready to jump into the world of e-commerce. Awesome. But where to start? The answer is only a click away. At solutionsforecommerce.com, you'll find available services to help manage, audit, or even build your e-commerce site from the ground up. With over 10 years of experience in developing and managing channels on sites like Amazon, eBay, Shopify, and Etsy, Solutions for E-commerce can help you to grow your small or large business. Take a step back from the technical and do what you do best, and let Solutions for E-commerce handle the tedious stuff like creating, reviewing, adding, or removing listings, setting up or organizing store categories, even merchandising and customer support. Find out why their clients say that their business wouldn't be what it is today without the help from Solutions for E-commerce. Visit solutionsforecommerce.com and take your e-commerce business to the next level. That's solutions, the number 4, ecommerce.com. Use promo code eBay at checkout for an exclusive So You Want to Sell on eBay podcast discount.
Be sure to check out SoYouWannaSellOnEBay.com for the latest podcasts and all the information you need to get selling fast.
So you mentioned it earlier that you do the global shipping. Do you do the global shipping program where you ship to Kentucky, or how do you do that?
I actually do a mix of both.
Okay.
I do direct ship to the, what they call the safe countries, the ones that have, the easy delivery confirmation. I'll ship direct to those countries, maybe save them a couple dollars. And then the rest all goes GSP.
Cool.
I signed up for GSP right after I went to Open last year, and I have not had one problem with it. My sales have actually increased.
Oh, wow.
I used to just direct ship to Canada, Australia, UK, because that's all I do. I didn't really think to expand.
Yep.
I did that, and when I started, I do anywhere between 2 and 7 a week international sales.
Really?
I do.
That's pretty impressive, actually. I mean, it's kind of a cool concept because, with the global shipping program, you're shipping to Kentucky and they take care of it from there, which is unbelievable if you think about it, because, a lot of times you got to go through customs and all these things. And if the customer doesn't get it, it's on eBay, not you, which is really cool.
Yes. Yeah. And it's a great program. I think that it really has expanded shipping options. I am in a couple of groups and I see more and more new sellers that are just jumping right into it, to where before, sellers were very hesitant to ship overseas.
Absolutely.
It's just opening it up, which I love.
You have to compete with all these other things. So what's how many hours do you reckon you're sourcing? And do you have like a sourcing outfit? You know, you go out there with your going out and buying outfit, but how many hours do you think you're sourcing every day? You do it like twice a week? I mean, what's your sort of sourcing style?
So I follow the sales.
Yep.
I have all my I have more stores stored in my phone than I do friends. Which is my blog. There's some stores that just give their recordings. I go to I get text messages. There's one place that I like to source. They just send out random text messages. Hey, today the entire store is 50% off.
Oh, wow.
Well, I was going to list today, but I think I'm going to brush my teeth and leave the house, right?
I think I'll buy half the store.
And I do.
Yeah. Awesome.
So when I first started, I kept myself on somewhat of a strict schedule. You know, it took a little bit for the military part of me to wear off. You know, 30 minutes of my day was scheduled. I have a dry erase board. I write down the sales on my dry erase board still. I'm like, oh, this place is having this sale on this day, this sale on this day. And I will kind of see where I need to be that week.
Yep.
What inventory I need. I haven't shopped all week because I went nuts. I just had family in town. I did this in 10 days. And, you know, my mother-in-law, sister-in-law, I'm like, I want to show you all these cool places. So we did a lot of shopping.
Yep.
So now I'm
no, you're full.
a lot of inventory.
No more spare room.
Yes. And so no shopping for me this week.
That's great.
Was that hard for you? I mean, I'm sure that was pretty difficult for you, even though family was there, right? Yeah, she gets the shakes.
Yeah, because they're slow. They're not as fast as me.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yes.
I love it. And when you said that, you said you followed the price. What was it? Oh, you followed the sale. So before you went out thrifting, you said you followed the sale. So you researching what's actually selling on eBay, are you, before you're actually buying?
Sometimes I do.
Right.
It depends on what I know is available. So when I do retail arbitrage, I know which stores in my area to go to.
Yep.
What items they're selling. What was there last week that wasn't on sale that's going to be on sale this week. Mm-hmm. I make friends at all the stores I go to.
Yeah.
So the managers are like, Liz, come back tomorrow. I'm very fortunate. I live in a great place to do both. You know, like I said, I know the sales dates of all of my thrift stores, all of the holiday shopping, all of the retail sales. So I'll kind of do my shopping trip around that. If I know that one of my stores is getting in a big shipment, hey, Liz, we're getting a shipment in on Thursday. Okay, I'll see you Friday morning.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I'm always it's always nice to my sales associates.
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially around Christmas time, their birthdays, you know.
Absolutely.
We had a question from Stanley from Perth, and it was about managing the income part of things. So here we are, we're buying stuff with money, we're selling it on eBay, and then he's not understanding, like, well, you know, he's struggling with, how do you manage that? So you take 100%, you put it back into buying inventory. Where's your living part? You know, where's the part for the family, the husband and the kid? How do you manage your income so that you're earning an income, but you're also keep producing and buying product?
I think it's going to be different for a beginning seller versus a seasoned seller.
Okay.
In the beginning, like I said, if you're that person that's in that 3 to 4 months of leaving your job, a lot of my stuff went right back into it.
Yep.
Okay.
Now I'm at a point, I pay myself. I think that what I do is not normal. I don't know, but it's working very well for me.
But it's fun. We love it.
I pay myself every other Friday, just like I had a job.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair.
So I make goals. Every month I'm like, you know, I need to sell X amount of money. I know July is normally slow. I know I'm going to take a week off here. I'm going to be in Vegas at the end of this month. This month's going to be low. I need to really catch up because otherwise my paycheck's going to be small next week.
Yep. Yeah. That's the way to do it.
But that's what I do. My husband gets paid every other Friday. I pay myself on his opposite Fridays. I know how much I want to pay myself.
Yeah.
And it is a percentage. So I'm like, how much do I want to pay myself?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, so I have X amount that I pay myself every other Friday.
And then
that makes it worth it, right? Because, really, if you worked all these hours and did all these things and never rewarded yourself, it'd be really difficult to get excited about doing it again, right?
It really does. Yes. So, after I pay myself, I can say, yay, I paid myself, and I have all of this money left over to go buy
shopping.
Because maybe in 6 months I can give myself a raise, right?
God, yeah.
Or a Christmas bonus. That's what I did last year. Yeah. I just kind of saved it all, and I paid myself a Christmas bonus.
Very awesome.
I love working for yourself. That's awesome. It's brilliant.
Yeah, my boss is great.
Yeah. You should see my reviews every year. They're awesome.
Oh my gosh, I know. She's amazing. No, she kind of works me hard sometimes.
But I like that way. I like that way where you're getting a wage, you're paying your bills with it, but you're still having the business part of it. That's a very good way of doing it.
Yes, but I understand it's not when you're starting. I'm actually mentoring a newer seller. I met her at a friend's house who sells cosmetics. Mm-hmm. She had a little party. I met her. She's like, "Oh my gosh, you sell on eBay? That's my dream job. Can I talk to you someday?" Mm-hmm. So I gave her my card. Lo and behold, now I check in with her every week, and I'm like, "Hey," she texted me this morning. She's like, "Hey, I think I'm at a point now to where I can up my game because I've made X amount of money. Now can you show me this part?" Because I told her, I was like, you need to build up.
Yeah.
You're a very practical seller. I mean, you have a way of, one, it's serious for you. You're earning a full-time job out of it. You made it full-time. You're paying yourself. You do things very, very well for yourself, I see here. You have a good way. You got a lot of good systems in place that, one, this dream can keep going. And this job that you've created, your boss is awesome, and you're getting paid for it.
Yeah, no, like I say, I love what I do. It's hard work. Please, nobody listening to this going like, wow, I can just take some pictures and sell stuff and pay myself every 2 weeks. That's so easy. No, it's work.
Yeah, it's a job.
It's work, but I enjoy it.
That's a common theme we hear all the time, isn't it, Ollie?
Yeah.
Everybody says they love what they do, but it's hard work. It's the hardest job they had in some cases, but it's the most rewarding at the same time. And you know what? If you wanted to wake up on Wednesday and go somewhere with your family, guess who you have to ask?
Yeah, that boss who pays you.
That's
the
right.
The post office. And what time do you open so we can get on the road?
That's right. That's right.
That's not it.
That's a cool concept.
Yeah, and I have, and that's why, like I said, kind of going back, I was looking at all these jobs and I was like, oh, I'm qualified for this job. I should put in, the pay. Yeah, if I put in those hours downstairs for eBay, I can make that salary. Yeah, and I don't have to get up and get dressed and, clock in and deal with all that and then worry about coming home in traffic and I don't have to, can I take this weekend off or am I allowed to take? I don't have to do that.
Hang on one second. I got a calculator in front of me. I'm trying to figure out my corporate job, what I got to do to hang on. You guys go ahead and continue. I'm just trying to figure out the numbers here.
We're trying to get Ron out. We're going to get him out, So run out of time, 29 minutes. What's the last question I like to ask? Where are you seeing yourself in the future here, Liz? What are you going to expand this? Are you going to get more employees, make your husband do more work?
Right. My husband has a full-time plus job in his job. I want to expand, but at the same time, I'm comfortable where I'm at.
Right.
For now.
Yep.
Right.
Got a 16-year-old at home. Couple more years.
He won't be at home.
So I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at. I don't want to expand beyond my house. My husband is my biggest cheerleader.
Yep.
He's like, Liz, you could grow, you can do this. What can we do to get you, a space, storage? And I told him, I said, I kind of want to work at home. Yeah, and that defeats the purpose.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what's great about eBay. You don't have to grow if you're comfortable.
Yeah. You're the control. You're the boss.
Right. So for the next 2 to 3 years, I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm sure I'll grow the store and refine it. And then after that, I might have an extra bedroom to expand into.
There you go.
Love it.
That's
love
awesome.
It. Well, thanks for spending the time with us, Liz. I mean, you're just such a practical eBay seller. Like I said, I love the way you do things, and you make it very simple. I imagine it's years of, mistakes and learning along the way, but a lot of people are going to get a lot from this, a lot of people, especially when you're going to pay yourself a wage like that, because I think that's part of it, especially for the new people that a lot of people struggle with. getting my wage and also buying the product. So thanks so much for joining us. We'll post all the notes from today's interview on our show notes page, which can be found at www.soyouwantasellonebay.com, Breathe Alley /show notes. Liz, before you leave us, how can people get hold of you? Where can they find you?
I've become more active on Facebook. My Facebook page, Colorado Reworn, or on my eBay store, Colorado Reworn, or on Twitter at...
Let's guess.
Colorado Reworn.
That's gone into your subliminal. I mean, that's feeding me. I'm going to be dreaming about that. That's brilliant. So, yeah, go to that. You can go to Colorado Reworn and go to the show notes page as well. Find all those great links. Liz, thanks once again for joining us. Seriously, we've really enjoyed it. From everyone here at So You Want to Sell on eBay, I'm Ali Young.
And I'm Ron LeBeau.
That's all for this episode of So You Want to Sell on eBay. Be sure to check out our next episode or any past episodes by going online to soyouwantasellonebay.com. Also, be sure to follow us on your favorite social media sites, facebook.com/So You Want to Sell on eBay, and Twitter at Your eBay Podcast. Thanks for listening, and until next time, happy selling.
Have an idea for a topic or know someone who would like to be on the show? Let us know. Just go to www.soyouwantasellonebay.com /interview. We look forward to hearing from you. This podcast was produced in part by Pro VoiceWorks.